you know, being part of Team USA has always been fun. I mean, it's always like, you know, just to represent the United States of America, that red, white, and blue is such a pride thing. So, you know, obviously with my name being one of the, names in the list of players that just came out not too long ago, you know, just an honor even to be mentioned, You know, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, I got a long season. Hopefully, still left with the Lake Show. So we'll tackle that, after the season. Um, I mean, I don't know. I can speak for myself personally. I think just having a voice, having a control over your own narrative, being passionate about what you believe in, no matter if other people don't approve of it or disapprove of it. So, you know, for me, it was never just about basketball for me. I know, my inspiration, and I know how many more people that I inspire that don't even play the game of basketball. So I just felt like I could give so much more than just, I guess, dribbling a basketball, and so I just try to continue to inspire the youth, inspire as many people as I can all over the world, make an impact as much as I can, and then and live with the results after that. So I appreciate that question, though. My biggest obstacle in Akron? Oh, leaving Akron. As you said? Oh, my biggest obstacle in leaving Akron is leaving my family. Leaving my family and my friends that I grew up with my whole life. That's always the biggest obstacle. And then, leaving my kids, that's in my foundation. Not being able to see them all the time on the regular, even though I get, daily and weekly updates and videos and photos and things of that nature. It's still, it's still tough, when you're not seeing your kids in your school or you're not seeing your friends and all that. So you guys make it a lot easier for me, I'll tell you that. Favorite Chicago food? I don't know. I don't really have a favorite Chicago food. My favorite Chicago artist? Oh my God, that's a good one. A bunch. Let me think about it. As a friend of mine, I respect what he do. I love his craft, and that's it.
When people are going to mention your name in 20, 30 years, what do you hope they're going to say about what you have accomplished off and on?
I don't know. I'm not done. I can't. Like I just said, I'm not one to think about 20 and 30 years from now. Tomorrow is not promised, and you got to live today. We shall see what happens, but I'm not one to think about 20, 30 years. Like I said, I'm happy to be right here in the presence of y'all and being able to answer a few questions. One, try to be better than me. Use me as much as you want. Use what I do. You can use my platform. You can use my words. You can use, the inspiration that I try to give. But any way you can be great at doing what you love to do, you got to commit to it. You can't, hold on. You can't want something but not put in the work. And it doesn't matter what you're doing in life, no matter what it is. It could be a professional athlete, or it could be an artist. It could be a doctor. It could be anything in the world, a president of the United States. But you got to put the work in. And I think if you put the work in, the results will happen organically. And most important, you got to find happiness too. If you're having fun, enjoying what you're doing, then it makes it so much easier. It makes it so much easier to just like, you want to do it every day because it's something that you really enjoy doing, and you don't look at it as work, So best of luck to you, kid. What's your name? Max. I like Max. That's my middle child's middle name is Maximus, so I like that.
Go back in time?
If I was to retire tomorrow and start up a YouTube channel, no, I wouldn't do that, because then I would be stumping on my daughter, and I wouldn't do that. Nah, I would just join. I would see if I can join my daughter's YouTube channel and see if I can rock with her. And if she said no, Daddy, then there it is. That she runs the James gang. I'm just having fun, man. Two guys that love hip hop, love music. I've been around hip hop and music my whole life. My uncle is a rapper. He introduced me to hip hop when I was like 2 years old. My favorite artist growing up was Eric B. and Rakim. I used to listen to Rakim all the time because of my uncle. So my influence of hip hop and music, obviously you guys see me all the time in the car in my Sprinter, you know, playing music, you know, shouting out artists. I mean, it's just in my blood. So, you know, and KD, we, you know, just being together, we trained in the summertime and we had some free time after we would do some training sessions, and we just went in the booth and just had some fun. So it was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I mean, in the 90s, I needed more than just Mike, though. You know, see, I mean, in the 90s, I was 8, 9, 10, up to 14 years of age, so I'm trying to find my way. I use Mike for inspiration, Ken Griffey Jr., Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, so many different, and then some people that was just in my neighborhood. You know, some people that I wouldn't tell you guys about because it's not, I want to keep this, you know, kid friendly, but I use them from inspiration as well. But, you know, I think Mike was perfect for the NBA in the 90s because of what he represented, the way he played the game, how marketable he was off the floor, you know, stayed clean, great shoes, you know, and he just was so inspiring. You wanted to be like him because he was a winner, and you know, and you seen the drive in his eyes when he played the game of basketball. So, you know, and you just try to find inspiration from people like that, and you know, and live with it. It stays with me. Stays with me. Appreciate it, though. You know what's crazy, David? I used to be one of the only kids in school that would actually, like, I used to read newspapers. I would read the Sports Illustrated all the way through. I would read all the articles. I wouldn't just look at the photos. I would actually read about it, and I would rent out books too at the library downtown Akron. I would, you know, read basketball encyclopedia books about the game, just trying to learn the history. So to see what, you know, what Mike and those boys were doing in the 90s, you know, from the early 90s all the way to the mid 90s, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, we just seen it kind of from the Golden State Warriors, you know, what they were doing, you know, and that kind of resembled that, you know, but to do it at that time, so many different obstacles they had to go through to retire and come back and do it again. It was an unbelievable run for those guys, and pretty much, and they kept the whole group together, pretty much making one or two you know, different changes throughout that 6 year or that 6 championships. Two more. I think, you know, he's a really good, talented player. You know, obviously he's been, you know, injured a lot this season, so I haven't get to see him as much. We haven't got to see him as much. He's been injured in and out of the lineup with Washington, but, you know, tall, good strength to him, good feel for the game, very poised. You could tell that he spent some years in college, you know, to kind of develop his game, you know, so, you know, that definitely helps when you get to this level, and I think he's going to be a really, really good player in our league. Well, let me give advice to a little girl instead of my daughter, because I don't want my wife to hear that, because she's like, it's not happening. But I think, I mean, it's not about a little girl or a little boy or whatever the case may be. If you want to play, then you got to put the work into it. You got to put the work into it, and there really can't be much excuse. You don't need much to play the game of basketball. You know, my first basketball hoop was literally was a crate a milk crate that I cut the bottom out of it and nailed it to a telephone pole, you know, and you know, just play it as much as you can, learn about it as much as you can, watch it. You know, I was watching the game of basketball a lot too when I was a kid, when I wasn't able to play it, just trying to learn from the best. You know, seeing the intricate parts of the game, how important the bounce pass is, how important the chest pass is, how important, you know, just being a great teammate and things of that nature. So this game is it's the most beautiful game in the world. And it gives back to you when you commit to it and you put all your passion and your love and your joy and your cry and everything. So I hope if she's playing right now and she's 13, 14, whatever years of age, I hope that she continue to be great and she can inspire my daughter. So. Much respect to women's basketball, too.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For highlights and analysis, check out the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, check out ESPN+.